Yay, wine. Yes, I am drinking Inferno by Apothic. They come out with this flavor during, the winter season and the fall season, and it's good. It's really good. All right, Sagittarius, you got me worried a little bit with what's showing up here. It's not that bad, but I worry about, what is being drained from you right now. So you and Libra this week, you have eternal youth, energy, newness, and vitality, which I do love seeing for Sagittarius because, you guys are just so full of energy and fun-loving and sarcastic and smart asses. I'm just kidding. I live with one. I know what it's like. But I love you guys, and I like seeing this for you. But when I'm looking at dissipating from chakra wisdom, I'm worried about what you're procrastinating on. If you feel like your dreams are leaving you behind. Now, one of the things here with eternal youth, when you're looking at the curse, is talking about feeling wore out, feeling old, especially being devalued by a society, if I could talk right, that values youthful appearances. It's also about wondering where your youth has gone, regrets about your younger years, and depleted energy. And that's kind of what I feel like for some of you looking at dissipating. Now, dissipating says that a lack of planning does not indicate misfortune. Am I doing what I say? The key ideas are taking action, going in circles, strong intelligence, which is, inherent with Sag. But it's also about making excuses and procrastinating. It says, beware of being imprisoned by the story you tell. Do you intend to do what you say? So, Sag, don't procrastinate. If you're feeling tired and old, it's time to tap back into that youthful feeling, and start going after the things that you want to do here, because it's you that's allowing, your dreams and your wishes to dissipate. So stop procrastinating, get your ass up, do the things that you want to do. I don't care how old you are. Now is the time, right? And then maybe when you start doing that, that youthful energy will return to you guys, because I love seeing that for you. All right, my Saggies, here we go. Here's the energy coming through. It's about damn time, right? Like, come on now. It's time. It's time to start doing these things. Seriously. The Wheel of Fortune. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The Wheel of Fortune, though, is talking about cycles, and it could possibly be repeating cycles, but it's generally about the wheel turning in your favor. These are things that are meant to happen, but it's saying that there's an opportunity for there to be fortune this time. Right? The turning of the wheel and good things happening. But it's also saying that now is the time, like the timing is right. Now is the time to start doing the things that you want to do. Damn it, now in the past, the Two of Swords. Why? Why are you doing that? Don't do that. What I love about this card, especially with this deck, is it talks about, how your hands may be tied. It's not just about needing to make difficult decisions. We all have difficult decisions that we have to make, but sometimes we're stuck in a situation where it's almost impossible to make those decisions. Your hands are tied. Like your hands are tied in something right now. But this is past energy coming through here. Now, we shall see if you've made the decisions you need to make, or if you're still stuck with a situation where it's still difficult for you to make that decision, right? Oh, I don't know what the hell it is. This damn card is pissing me off, and I've been seeing it like crazy. I don't get it. The Seven of Swords. Why? What's happening? Now, the Seven of Swords in the present, for some of you, this could just simply be that you don't want to reveal what you're doing, which is understandable, right? This is not just about sneaky, low down, sketchy shit and things going on behind your back and all that crap, or you doing anything sketchy. It's also about not really revealing the way that you feel, the plans that you're making, wanting to make sure that, you have everything set up here, before you really start talking about what you're doing. But now, on the other hand here, though, I worry. We shall see what is in your environment here. But the Seven of Swords is suggesting that something is being kept on the down low, right? And maybe the decision here is to like get out of that kind of phase, right? Like now is the time, right? Oh my goodness. All right. Future conditions, the Eight of Wands. So energy starts moving really quick here. For some of you, this may have to do with travel, communication, but this is quick. This is quick moving energy here with the Eight of Wands, you know. And when you're looking at dissipating, it's like you're grounding your dreams. You're doing that now. Everything is getting grounded. Now is the time, right? And I do kind of think that for some of you, there's a reason why you're not really discussing anything, right? Because looking at the Two of Swords as a past coming through, you know, if this was a difficult decision you had to make, maybe it's not something that you're wanting everybody to know about just yet, you know. Now, on the other hand, though, I still do worry about what is happening in the present. You know what I mean? Oop, nope, not the environment yet. I'm already wanting to see what the hell's there. Your best path to follow, the Queen of Swords. Now, in terms of you, this is talking about cutting through the bullshit and getting straight to the point. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been through a lot. They don't monkey around here. It's a little bit different than the King. You know, it's not so much about fairness. It's more about truth and cutting through bullshit. You know, she's open, but at the same time, she's an ass kicker, right? You don't want to cross her. And I think for a lot of you, it's about thinking intelligently, you know, about the decisions that you're making, you know, what you're willing to reveal and what you're not willing to reveal. But then the other thing too is if you're dealing with this is basically talking about cutting through it, just cutting through it right now. Like, nope, calling shit for shit. Like, that's it, you know, and getting straight to what needs to be said, what needs to be known. You know, and like now is the time. Now is the time for this to start happening, especially if you felt like you were stuck in a situation before, right? In your environment, the Six of Coins. So for some of you, the reason why things are not being talked about is because you may be receiving something. But now on the other hand, you're looking for an equal give and take within a situation. You know, the Six of Coins is charity. Right? It's also about receiving a little money, you know, but I see more somebody being open to receive good things. But I don't know. I still go back to this feeling here where you're not really wanting to discuss too much, you know, like not really willing to share anything is what it feels like, right? Not really willing to share. But things start moving quickly here, you know, and before it was like maybe you felt like, you know, you had no choice here, but now it's different. Like it's different. I don't know. It almost has like a Four of Coins feeling to it, but maybe it's just not willing to share information. Your hopes and your fears. Now, who's that? Right? Like, now in terms of the energy that's surrounding you with the Queen of Cups, first of all, needing to be careful about becoming too emotionally attached to situations. That would be the fear. The Queen of Cups gets emotionally involved. And for some of you, you know, you may be like too emotionally attached to a situation here. Now, on the other hand, this could have to do with a person. You know, and again, general reading, this could be male or female, but when you're looking at the Queen of Cups, water, first of all. But, you know, I'm looking at the Seven of Swords, and I'm looking at the Six of Coins, and I don't know, are some of you like having a relationship with somebody that you're not really willing to talk about, you know? And that may be for some of you, right? But I don't know, the Wheel of Fortune, right? Like, now is the time. Like, now is the time for good things to start happening here. You know, especially if you're making plans to, like, be involved with somebody. You know, but the Queen of Swords, I kind of feel like, you know, that to me, in terms of your own energy, is basically talking about you not getting so, you know, emotionally caught up in something, right? Needing to think a little bit more practically, right? Needing to cut through the bullshit here, needing to be open to receive something new. And, you know, not only that, but I don't think that some of you are willing to share things either, you know. But again, with that Queen of Cups, you may have a person that you're dealing with here. Oh, shit. All right, Sag, what the hell? What's going on? The Two of Cups. What's that about? Right? Like relationship, the coming together, the emotional bonding of two people. Now, you know, again, it kind of goes back to that feeling here where some of you needed to make a difficult decision here. You're not really revealing everything. It could be that, you know, here you're communicating with somebody and it has to do with a relationship, but maybe not everything is being revealed here in terms of feelings, in terms of thoughts. It just depends. Somebody isn't willing, I feel like, is not willing to share everything just yet. And I think for you, you know, instead of thinking negatively about it or getting caught up with the emotional circle around it, it's basically saying that, you know, you need to think logically about the situation, you know, and kind of cut through the emotional junk that may not be there. Because again, with it being hopes and fears, it has the potential to manifest. But, you know, that also goes with if you're dealing with a person. You know what I mean? But the Two of Cups is suggesting a relationship here. And then you have the Eight of Wands connected to this. But I do feel, though, that, you know, somebody isn't willing to give up information just yet. Because with the Six of Coins, I don't know. I'm kind of seeing that like in the reverse a little bit. You know, like I said, it has a Four of Coins, like, feeling to it, you know? But you come out here with the Two of Cups. So I feel like there's a coming together, you know, of you and a person here where there may be some more fluid communication within a relationship where things aren't being hidden anymore, you know, and this may have been like difficult for you to come to terms with looking at the Two of Swords. You know what I mean? Because I see the hands tied, but then I see them open, you know, but then at the same time, I'm seeing, you know, this unwillingness to share things though too. Wow, Sag, what is happening? What is happening? All right, we're going to take a look at the soul trees to see what other messages there are for you guys. I don't know. I see the Two of Cups as a thing where now is the time for you to come together, right? When you're looking at the Two of Cups, this isn't a time to separate. You know what I'm saying? The Four of Swords would have showed up if that were the case. And this relationship could just be a family member. It could be somebody you're working with, a friend, a relative. You know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic situation here. But whatever it is, it's time for you to start coming together instead of being apart here. All right, Sagittarius. What are the messages for Sagittarius? Emerging, reconnect with spirit, and confidence. Wow, wow. All right, so something is emerging here. And it may be some emotions, especially dealing with a relationship. So something in you is emerging. And reconnect with spirit, always good advice. Always good advice. Especially if you felt like, you know, you were stuck in a situation before where you were unable to like make that decision, right? Reconnect with spirit. Spirit will help give you the answers that you need. Always good advice. But confidence, needing to have confidence in yourself. And that may be where things are dissipating, you know, especially if you feel like you're tired and worn out. It's time to have a little bit more confidence in yourself and your plans and your abilities, right? And maybe needing to have a little bit of confidence within a relationship, possibly, you know. My goodness. All right, Sagittarius. Now I'm going to ask you, just like I asked all the other signs so far, Libra and Scorp, which deck would you like me to pull from? Now, I've been hearing that this is getting a little tired and wore out here. So would you like the Romance Angels, or would you guys like to see something from Whispers of Love? You guys tell me. Now, for Scorp, I pulled one from both. But we'll see what the unanimous decision is here for you guys. So what would you guys like to see in terms of the Love Oracle decks? Oh, wow. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So, yeah. Love yourself first. Always so important. We hear it all the time, right? Like, you need to love yourself before you can love anybody else. But, you know, having a little bit more confidence in yourself, right, is going to help you feel a little bit more attractive, too. So love yourself, and love makes the difference here. And I feel like some of you are looking at, you know, a new cycle within a relationship where there's the potential here for some good things to start happening.